Yo, Monday Night Raw tonight. Anybody check that out? Ontario, California. Hot crowd, I gotta say. Throughout the entire show, this crowd was on their feet the whole night and really did enjoy literally almost all of this show. I'm surprised the crowd was even that excited throughout the entire night. So that was a real plus for this show as a crowd. Let me say that first. But a lot of big title matches on this show tonight. But we do kick it off with Cody Rhodes. Obviously, big pop for him. Cody Rhodes basically talking about what's been going on and why still Jey Uso is on Raw and how everybody think he will be drafted to SmackDown, but Cody basically talked about it as a disgruntled locker room that doesn't trust Jey Uso. And Cody said it's not him. We're not the best of friends, but we have our reasons. And he wants him on Monday Night Raw because he says we're not in the third inning anymore, boys. Basically, he went on to talk about Judgment Day and talked about it, the most toxic faction in the history of this company. Next, toxic. Not toxic. Why I say toxic? Because Cody said it. Judgment Day came out there. Basically telling how they can get Jey Uso to join a real family. Dom tried to speak. Of course, he got booed, even in Spanish. Cody basically says, come on, you can speak up. Let's go. But Cody said, he was game. If you guys want to fight right now, let's do it. Basically, I guess Ripley's not here, so you guys are empty-handed right now. But next thing you know, the Judgment Day, basically, we're about to get in the ring. Jey Uso came out then. Next thing you know, everybody starts brawling with each other. Well, before they brawled, KO and Sami came out then. And then all four of them went in the ring. All the Judgment Day backed off. JD McDonough came out basically with two chairs. Gave one to Balor, which, they headed to the ring. Same with Dom. Priest didn't like he didn't want to help, but he decided to do it. But the faces ended up getting the upper hand, clearing the ring, started jumping Priest in, and throwing him out of the ring then after that as the faces stood tall. So obviously this is leading up to something big, even though it's going to be the tag titles on the line between KO and Sami versus Balor and Priest in a rematch. But next we move on to Bronson Reed and Otis. Pretty good match. Two big guys going at it. Crowd was definitely into this match, so the term big meaty men slapping meat would come into play. But as everybody wants to chant meat, and that, well, not like they did it all out a few weeks ago, but two big guys really going out there at it. Really did enjoy this match. It ended up with Reed hitting the tsunami splash on the Otis, so good stuff there. Becky was in the back, basically shining up her NXT Women's title. Tegan Nox, which I guess she's going to be getting a push now because God knows where she's been this whole time. Wanting a shot, but basically, yes, this is the person I wanted for that open challenge last week. But listen, I got a title match this Saturday, but after I win and beat Tiffany Stratton, she said you can be next for this open challenge. Tegan Nox wanted to come in for a title shot, face the winner after No Mercy, but Natalya basically said, I hold a lot of respect here. I should get my rematch, but Tegan Nox says you had your chance and you lost, and talked about passion and all that. And Pierce says, all right, you guys can go against each other later on tonight. Tommaso Ciampa went against Ludwig Kaiser. Maybe his match won't be the lowest rated match in the show like last week between him and Vinci, apparently. But him versus Kaiser, Vinci ended up getting, kicking off the apron and whatnot by Kaiser. And Ciampa ended up hitting a big knee strike onto Kaiser for the win. So Ciampa won as Walter Gunther looked on in the back. Right after that, Becky came out on commentary as Tegan Nox went against Natalya, and basically not that long of a match here. Crowd was somewhat getting into this match too. It ended up with Tegan Nox hitting the shiniest wizard, so I guess they're gonna build her up for next week for Raw when she does face Becky if she retains the title this Saturday. Next though, Judgment Day were in the back talking. Priest was pissed off at McDonough, saying, I don't care who you are, I don't care who you're friends with, you're not in the Judgment Day, you never will be in the Judgment Day, and told him to leave. Seth Rollins came out, basically called out Nakamura and his offer, do you accept the challenge and whatnot. We did have another Shinsuke Nakamura subtitle promo talking about him, his back injuries and whatnot. That you won't be able to hold your kid. Your daughter will be ashamed of you. you won't be able to walk again, and that it would be a last man standing match at Fastlane. Rollins basically says, okay, yeah, basically two guys in there, only one has to get up before the 10 count, and basically said Nakamura has made a mistake, and you think my back is my weakness, and that his kid will be ashamed, but it's my strength, and that basically he knows he loves all this, he loves his family and everything. Rollins basically said, Nakamura, you're gonna have to bring 100% to take me out because you're not gonna be able to do it. And he said he's the best in the world, and that's why he's the world heavyweight champion. And basically, two guys went into it, but only one is gonna walk out. I guess the last man standing match, and they're still going with this Nakamura and Rollins feud. But does anybody really believe Nakamura is gonna win? Could it be a screwy finish at Fastlane for the world title? Possibly. But does anybody really believe Nakamura is gonna win? Don't get me wrong, I'd love to heel Nakamura, and I'm glad they do these subtitle promos that actually makes him look more vicious out there. And whatnot, but is he actually going to beat Rollins this time in a last man standing match? Think about that. Ricochet, I guess, was on crutches. Basically, he wants a shot at Nakamura after all this is over. I'm sitting there wondering sometimes, does still anybody really care about Ricochet that much with Nakamura beating him up? Because the crowd doesn't seem to. Dominic Mysterio went against Dragon Lee for the NXT North American title, which, I do have to question now. I guess the whole match at No Mercy is canceled for this Sunday, or Saturday, I believe, given Mustafa Ali was released from the company. So I kind of thought, they could just do this match actually at the pay-per-view instead of do it on Raw. But it's already been booked for Raw, so I guess they're going to stick with it. And I guess Dominic may not have to compete at No Mercy. Maybe, I don't know. That's something happens on NXT tomorrow night. We'll see. But I actually liked this match. This was an enjoyable match. I actually thought this was great. The crowd was hot for it. The people love Dragon Lee, which, that does tell you something, given how heavily they were putting Dragon Lee over on commentary and him being on Raw, so that's a good sign. And Dominic actually kind of getting a clean win. He knocked Dragon Lee off the top rope onto the ground, and they end up hitting the frog splash for the win. So a clean win for Dominic, and that cheating with Ripley because Ripley's not there right now. So really good stuff. I did enjoy this. Right after that, Nia Jax is supposed to be interviewed by Michael Cole. Nia Jax with new theme music. Basically, she says, I am Nia Jax, the baddest human in all of WWE. She had pointed out. And saying how she has stopped almost everybody. And man, you get a phone call all the time. I'm always getting a phone call every time I do a review. But as I was saying, yes, Nia Jax went on to basically talk about why she has taken out basically everybody, from Ripley to Baszler to Chelsea Green to Piper Niven, Zoe Stark, everyone right now. And that, she's targeting everyone and no one can stop her. She squashed everybody. Of course, she got the what chance. Zoe Stark came out there and basically says, come on, you jump me from behind. Let's see if you can do it to my face. Which was Nia Jax went against Zoe Stark. Okay match. Obviously Nia Jax got the win, which they kept calling her the Annihilator and whatnot. And hitting with the bonsai drop and beating Zoe Stark for the win. Okay, I don't know if I had said this about Nia Jax's return already, if I've addressed it, because, I'm sure a lot of people are going to question, hey, we released all these people just to hire Nia Jax back. Apparently this maybe was a Vince move. I would say this. If Nia Jax has improved, then I'm somewhat want to try to give this a chance. But then again, it's like, this woman did hurt, several people. Apparently they said she hurt Ripley, but this woman has hurt several people and was really not that good in general. I know it's a lot of reasons why people do not like Nia Jax, and for reasons either wrestling or outside. I guess something to do with Twitter comments or something. What was it had to do with the shot at one point, and some with the Ukraine. But then again, I kind of probably agree with her on the whole Ukraine thing. Hey, we already giving these people enough money, but that's a different story for a different day. But Nia Jax, it's almost like, why at the same time? Because remember though, Samoan, The Rock's cousin, so nepotism, you would think? Yeah. Does she really look any that different? Because everybody says she's lost weight. Okay, I can kind of see that. Because before, when she was doing the company, before she left, yeah, she looked big as shit. And not in a good way. So I don't know. I really don't know. I really still do question like why bring Nia Jax back. Okay, and then a lot of people just generally hate Nia Jax. So maybe this will work. I don't know. Jury's in the air, but I do kind of roll my eyes at the same time, wondering why they did hire her back though. But hey, I don't know. They're trying to make her into a monster again, so we'll see. Um, right after that, KO and Sami basically talking about they're gonna get the tag titles back. Miz TV happened with Drew McIntyre as Miz asked Drew about what happened last week. Why'd you abandon Jey Uso? And McIntyre says, I'm nothing like the Miz. So, abandoned Jey was Miz moves Miz put up and talked about the bloodline attacks and everything. And he says Karma's a bitch. And Jey says he's made his bed and he has to lie in it. Miz basically went on to say, you're the Batman at WWE as Cody Rhodes is Superman. And now he was upstage. McIntyre didn't like that. The New Day came out saying, what did you do? What happened to you? And, we've been calling you Big D for a while, but no, you've had some shrinkage now, and that's sort of yours. It's gotten limp. And Miz, Big D and Massive Miz, McIntyre telling Miz to shut up multiple times out there. And, basically, even McIntyre says, have you forgot what the bloodline has done? All the attacks, taking away opportunities and whatnot. And he says, yeah, you could have helped out, though. Still, this is different now. And you just were trying to make it right. And Kingston basically put on them, what happened to respect and everything. And, after Miz interrupted several times, McIntyre headbutted him and basically told Kofi to get in the ring for a match, which, McIntyre does have a point. The Bloodline did screw him out of the title and screwed the New Day out of the title, too, getting the tag titles back several times. So, Drew's got a point. And it did end up with being a match with Drew and Kingston then after. Obviously, the trombone with Woods was there. Ivar attacked, and KFC Logan. What happened to Eric? I guess he's heard of the Vikings. Drew ended up hitting the Claymore kick and won. Then he just walked off and leaving the New Day to get beat up by, Ivar out there. So they're slowly turning McIntyre heel. Very slowly. But it's slowly but surely. But it's a slow burn, though. Next, Gunther was yelling at Giovanni Vinci, blaming Kaiser for what happened. Now he's your responsibility. And if he screws up, he's still your responsibility, and we got a problem then. So we'll see what happens with that. And in the main event, we did get Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus KO and Sami in a rematch for the tag team titles. A very good match. Obviously, you knew it was going to be a lot of shenanigans happening out here with Dominic getting involved. And then Jey Uso's getting involved, and then JD McDonough attacks, and then Cody Rhodes comes out for the next attack with the save until, all the referees and producers show up to put Cody and Jey in the back. I thought it was weird that the referee is distracted, but you can clearly see, because Sami Zayn went for a Luva kick on Priest, and McDonough ended up hitting with the titles, which the referee clearly saw, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm like, well, damn, ref just saw it didn't do anything, so I don't know why I caught that right there. And basically, after he knocked Sami Zayn out title, Priest covered him and won. Judgment Day celebrated, but Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes came back out for the attack. Everybody starts brawling. Owens and Zayn start brawling again. Referees and producers are trying to break it all up. And before the show went off the air, Kevin Owens hit a stunner on Dominic then. So a crazy, wild brawl to end off the show. I gotta say, Raw was not bad tonight. Crowd was very hyped for this show. I really did enjoy Dominic and Dragon Lee. I thought the main event was really good, even though it was going to be a lot of shenanigans anyways. Drew McIntyre, slow burn to his heel run right now. Looks like what's going to happen. Them trying to make Nia Jax into a monster. Take whatever you want to put about it, but they're trying something with her. The last man standing match being announced. Tegan Knox returning from God knows wherever. And I thought Reed and Otis pretty good too. So Raw, very entertaining show, and Ontario, California was a hot crowd tonight. Gotta say that too. But yeah, other than that, that's my review of Monday Night Raw. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. Like this video. Hit that notification bell. And I'm out. See y'all then. Peace.